Hello dear students, do you know China and India produce around 70% of total world cement. In that, India produce 4.5 billions of cement and it comes in second position in the production of cement. My name is Daniel Swami. Today the topic of my lecture is all about properties of cement which we learn in subject concrete technology and its code number is 1615305. Students, let us see the content of the lecture on concrete technology. We will study about physical properties of cement, testing of cement. In this we will learn what are the procedures and what are the tests which we conduct in testing of cement. Then we will see storage of cement, where and how to store the cement. Let us see all these three topics in detail. Physical properties of cement. In this physical properties of cement, we have to learn about consistency of cement, setting time. In this setting time, we have to learn about initial setting time and final setting time of cement, soundness and fineness of cement, compressive strength of cement, heat of hydration, and the specific gravity of cement. This all can be tested in field test or laboratory test to find the physical properties of cement. Testing of cement. This can be done according to two methods, that is field testing and laboratory testing. Now we will see field testing in detail as well as laboratory test in detail. Field test. Field test is all about the test which is conducted in site or a field by site engineers. Here are some of the tests which is conducted in field. Let's see in detail. Color test. Color test is nothing but take a bag of cement and see the color of cement. If the color of cement is greenish gray color, that shows the cement is good. Presence of lump. In presence of lump, take a bag of cement, open it, and if you see presence of lump, that means if you see a solid mass of cement inside that bag, that shows cement bag have absorbed moisture from atmosphere. If the presence of lump inside that bag, reject that cement. It should not be used for construction site. Adulteration test. In adulteration test, take a pinch of cement, rub between your two fingers. If you feel smooth, then it is good. If you feel rough, then it shows the cement is altered with sand. Temperature test. In this temperature test, take a bag of cement, put your hand inside that bag. If you feel cool, that shows the quality of cement is good. Float test. In float test, take handful of cement, throw above water. Before it sinks, if the cement particle float above water, that shows the quality of cement is good. Strength test. In strength test, take a mold, place a cement material inside that mold. After placing it, place that mold under water for 7 days. After 7 days, remove that mold from water. Wipe that mold from dry cloth. After wiping it, place 30 to 40 kgs above that mold. If the mold do not have any failure, that shows the cement quality is good and it have strength. Setting test. Take a glass plate and cement and water. Mix the cement and water and make a stiff paste. Place that stiff paste above glass plate. Take a sharp knife and cut that stiff paste. After cutting that stiff paste, place the glass under water. If the shape of the cement is not disturbed, that shows the quality of cement is good. And within 24 hours, if it gets strength, that cement quality is good. Date of packing. Date of packing is nothing but it is the manufacturing date of cement. From that day till 90 days, it will not lose its strength and it can be used inside. After 90 days, if the cement is used, the cement will not produce that much strength. So date of packing should be seen by site engineer so that if we are constructing any structure, it should give proper strength. Laboratory test. These are the tests which is conducted inside lab for the checking the quality of cement. Let's see what are the tests which is conducted in lab. That is fineness test, standard consistency test, setting time test, strength test, soundness test, heat of hydration test, chemical composition test. These are some of the tests which is conducted to check the quality of cement. Fineness test. Fineness test is all about checking the fineness of cement. That means checking the size of particular cement bag, that is fineness. And it is done by two methods, that is by sieving and by determination of specific surface by air permeability method. Let us talk about fineness of cement. It have important bearing on the rate of hydration and rate of gain of strength and also evolution of heat. Finer cement offers great surface area, and the disadvantage of finer cement is susceptible to air set and yearly deterioration. That means it will set as soon as it comes in the contact of air, or it will start hydration. Maximum number of particles in the sample of cement is less than 100 microns. The smallest particle should have the size of 1.5 microns so that it can enter into hair cracks of structure. Larger particle should have the size of 10 micron. Let us discuss about how the fineness of cement is tested. Sieve test. Sieve test is all about checking the fineness of cement, which means that checking the particular size of cement. Let us take a look in the procedure how the sieve test is conducted. Take correctly 100 gram of cement on standard IS sieve number 9. As you can see the sieve in this image, there are different types of sieve. After that, break down the air set of lump. As I have told you earlier, lump is nothing but a solid mass of cement which is formed by absorbing the moisture from the atmosphere. After breaking down of air set of lump, sieve it and weight it. After weighting it, the weight shall not exceed 10% of ordinary cement. And you know, sieve test is rarely used nowadays. Standard permeability test is all about to check the fineness of cement. Do you know what is standard permeability test? Let us see what is it. Principle of air permeability method is in observing the time taken for a fixed quantity of air flow through a compacted cement bed of a specified dimension and porosity, which means that the time is observed in standard permeability test to flow a fixed quantity of air through compacted cement bed of a specified dimension and porosity. Let us see the procedure to understand clearly. Cement required to make a cement bed of porosity is 0.475 is calculated, which means that the dimension and porosity of cement bed is 0.475. Pass on the air slowly at a constant velocity. Adjust the rate of airflow until the flow meter shows different in level of 30 to 50 centimeter. This image shows the flow meter and it will show the different level of 30 to 50 centimeter when the fixed air will flow from H1 to H2. Repeat this observation for constant H1 by H2. This will show the fineness of cement, and this is standard permeability test. Standard consistency test. It is used to determine the consistency because the amount of water affects the setting time of cement, and standard consistency test is used to find out the percentage of water required to produce cement paste of standard consistency. It is also called as normal consistency. Let us see what is standard consistency of cement paste. The standard consistency of cement paste is defined as the consistency which will permit a wicket planger, which you can see in this image. This is wicket apparatus and this is known as wicket mold, and this length and it is called as plunger, and its length is 50 mm and its dia is 10 mm. The wicket apparatus having 10 mm dia and 50 mm length to penetrate to the depth of 33 to 35 mm from the top of the mold. From the top of the mold, it should penetrate around 33 to 35 mm from top. Let us see the procedure of standard consistency. Students, for first trial, take about 500 grams of cement and water of N%. Mix it well and fill in wicket mold within 3 to 5 minutes. As you can see in this image, this is wicket apparatus and this is known as wicket mold. After filling, shake this mold very well to expel the air. After expelling the air, we place the mold on wicket apparatus. Standard plunger of 10 mm dia and 50 mm long is attached and brought down to touch the surface of the paste and quick released. Note the reading according to the depth of penetration of plunger. Then conduct the trial continuously by taking different water cement ratio till the plunger penetrates for the depth of 33 to 35 mm from the top. This particular percentage is known as percentage of water required to produce cement paste of standard consistency. It is usually denoted as P, and the suitable condition for standard consistency test is constant temperature of 27 degree plus or minus 2 degree and constant humidity of 90%. Setting time test. Students, setting time test is nothing but it is a time taken to set a cement, and it is classified into two types, that is initial setting time and final setting time. Let us see what is initial setting time. Initial setting time. Initial setting time is time lapse between the moment that water is added to cement. When the water will added to cement, the paste start to lose its plasticity. Normally, 30 minutes has maintained for fixing and handling operation. An initial setting time, it should not have less than 30 minutes for setting. And final setting time is time lapse between the moment the water is added to the cement when the paste has completely lost its plasticity and to attain sufficient frame to resist a certain definite pressure. This is final setting time, and it should not exceed 10 hours. Let us see strength test. The compressive strength of the hardened cement is the most important of all the properties. So the strength tests are not made on neat cement because it is due to excessive shrinkage and cracking. So standard sand is used for finding the strength of cement. Let us see the procedure how to make the mold for strength test. Take a sand and cement at a ratio of 1:3. Mix them properly for 1 minute. After that, add 80 grams of water. After mixing the ingredient thoroughly, it should get uniform color. Then mortar should be filled in a cube mold and compact the mortar. After compacting the mortar, it should be kept at a temperature of 27 degrees Celsius plus or minus 2 degrees Celsius and at least 90% of relative humidity for 24 hours should be maintained. After 24 hours, the cube should be removed and immersed in fresh water until the test should be conducted. This is the procedure for making a mold for strain test. Students, let us see soundness test. It is very important that the cement after setting shall not go under any appreciable change of volume. So that this test is to ensure the cement do not show any subsequent expansion. This is the image of Lee-Chatler apparatus which is used for soundness test of cement. The unsoundness of cement is due to presence of excessive lime combined with acid oxide at kiln. This is due to high proportion of magnesia and calcium sulfate, so that therefore magnesia content in cement is limited to 6%. Let us see heat of hydration. Heat of hydration is nothing but when cement and water react with each other, and the reaction will be exothermic reaction and it will be found out using thermoflask. About 120 calories of heat is generated in hydration of 1 gram of cement and the temperature rise of about 50 degrees Celsius is observed. This heat of hydration is an important factor for mass concrete because hydration of cement resulting volume changes and minimum crack. Specific gravity of cement. Let us see what is specific gravity. Specific gravity is defined as the ratio between the weight of given volume of material and the weight of an equal volume of water. That means volume of material by volume of water is called as specific gravity. For cement, the Portland cement have a specific gravity of value around 3.15. Let us see storage of cement. In storage of cement, wall, roof and floor of the building in which cement is stored should be completely waterproof. If it is not completely waterproof, then it will absorb the moisture from the roof or wall and it will contain lump. And if it contains lump, that bag will be not used for the construction site. So you should be keep the cement bag in a room which is completely waterproof. In case of cement storage is newly constructed, then the interior should be thoroughly dried before the cement is stored in it. If it is not thoroughly dried, then cement bag will absorb the moisture from the wall. So it should be thoroughly dried before it is stored in newly constructed building. Door and windows should be properly fitted and should be kept shut. Except in case of dry concrete flooring, the cement bag should be stacked on a wooden plank because cement can also absorb moisture from the floor. The bag should be stacked always away from wall. A space of 25 cm all around should be left between the exterior walls and the piles, because if it is stick with wall or pillar, it can absorb moisture. So it should be kept away of 25 cm. The bag should be piled closely together. If it is kept closely together, then it will not absorb moisture. The bag should be piled in a header structure function and not more than 15 bags high. It means that the bag should be arranged in header form. It should be not arranged in stretcher form. So in this fashion, if we keep our cement and we should keep at least 15 bags, and it should not touch the ceiling or any exterior walls. While removing the cement from the storage, do not take out the bag from one tire only. Step back 2 or 3 tires. It means that if you are removing the cement from the storage bag, you should not remove the one tire only. You should remove at least 2 or 3 tires. So the cement will be in proper and it will be stored in a good condition that can be used for construction site. Summary of my lecture is all about physical properties of cement, testing in cement and the storage of cement. Reference for my lecture I have taken through online source, Ritu publication book and MS Sethi book. Thank you all for listening my lecture on properties of cement. If you have any doubt, you can contact me through WhatsApp or email. Thank you.